I need you to dig into Travis Tanner, find out where he's worked, where he's gone to school, what cases he's won.
Why, you thinking about starting a Wikipedia page for him?
I don't know anything about how this guy operates. Before I make a move, I need to know everything about how this guy operates.
Right, for his Wikipedia page.
Can Harvey and Mike ever catch a break? It seems every time they turn a corner, there's a new scheme or betrayal waiting for them, especially when Hardman's involved. In this episode, you encounter Lewis trying to make amends with Donna, expressing his regret that she was caught in the middle of the firm's troubles. He reassured her that no matter how things panned out, he would always ensure she had a place at the firm. Puzzled, Donna asked if he meant a place with him specifically, to which Lewis, with a sense of humor, affirmed positively. However, Donna made it clear that she wasn't swayed by Lewis's gestures. She pointed out that her loyalty was with Harvey, and that the bond she shared with him and Jessica was not something she could easily break. The idea of leaving them for anyone, especially someone who had acted as Lewis had, was out of the question. Donna told Lewis bluntly that he had betrayed his own team, which included her. She expressed disappointment that Lewis didn't see Harvey and Jessica as his allies, as they indeed were. Despite not liking the idea of moving, Donna found a silver lining. Moving away meant she could keep some distance from Lewis and his smug demeanor, which was a relief to her. Harvey knocked on Mike's door, which swung open to reveal Mike looking less than his usual sharp self. Harvey began by expressing his confusion about Mike's prolonged absence, suggesting that he hadn't intended to take his directive to go home as a permanent vacation. Mike simply replied that his grandmother had passed away, an event he hadn't been ready to face. Harvey acknowledged this, mentioning that he had tried to respect Mike's process by keeping him busy. The conversation took a lighthearted turn when Harvey asked if Mike was high, to which Mike responded affirmatively, clearly not in the mood for a lecture. Lucky for him, Harvey wasn't interested in giving one either. Instead, Harvey picked up the joint, lit it, and took a puff, asking if it was from the coffee cart guy. They both ended up thoroughly stoned, sharing a laugh about Harvey not getting cottonmouth, a claim he soon had to retract as they joked about the drying effects of the pretzels they were munching on. Amidst their laughter, Mike handed Harvey a drink, calling him a rookie, which led to Harvey noticing some clothes strewn about. He joked about Mike's lack of hangers, and Mike imagined him as a strict, well-dressed father who wouldn't hesitate to send his kids to their room. Mike revealed that he had bought an apartment in Manhattan for his grandmother, a fact that touched on his feelings of being an orphan, especially now that she was gone. Harvey then shared a personal story about his own family, revealing the pain of knowing his mother was unfaithful to his beloved saxophonist father, a situation he kept to himself for years. His confession painted a picture of a man who, despite being surrounded by family, understood what it felt like to be truly alone. The conversation turned back to lighter topics as Mike mentioned Hardman, leading Harvey to muse about the satisfaction of causing a bit of mischief in that bastard's office. Guess what? Harvey admitted he had done something similar to Lewis before. Why not do it again? Harvey and Mike, after a bit of a mischievous plan involving Lewis's office, found themselves in the elevator, climbing up to their firm. Mike was all set to go through their plan, especially after downing 3 Gatorades, joking about the inevitable outcome of that. However, Harvey had a change of heart. He argued that whatever they did, it needed to be original, not just some juvenile prank. Mike, puzzled and still feeling the urgency from his Gatorade binge, could only think about the urgency, but Harvey had a different plan brewing. He decided it was finally time to unveil the mystery of the can opener to Mike. Yes, the infamous can opener trick was about to be revealed, and Harvey assured Mike he was serious, despite his stoned appearance. Meanwhile, Lewis, ever the opportunist, sneaked into Harvey's office. He was on a mission to crack Harvey's laptop password. He tried the obvious first, Harvey's name, then Spectre, but no luck. He mused over what a narcissist with a fondness for basketball might choose, cycling through names like Shaquille O'Neal and Bryant, but still couldn't get it right. Back in the elevator, as it neared their floor, Harvey hinted at another bizarre firm ritual involving thumbtacks, a topic that bewildered Mike even more. He remarked on the spaciousness of the office cubicles, trying to divert from his confusion about Harvey's odd traditions. As they walked toward Harvey's office, Lewis, hearing them coming, quickly retreated from the laptop and tried to blend in. When Harvey and Mike entered, they found Lewis casually claiming he was just helping out because Donna was feeling down about some office changes. Harvey was not fooled. He immediately confronted Lewis, his temper flaring as he accused Lewis of trying to mess with him again. The situation nearly escalated to blows, but Mike intervened, reminding Harvey that if he struck Lewis, it would only play into their adversaries' hands. Lewis, seizing the chance, quickly made his exit from Harvey's office, leaving Harvey and Mike to cool down. After Lewis hurriedly left Harvey's office, Harvey expressed a half-joking regret that he hadn't taken the opportunity to hit him. Mike wasn't sure that this was the best idea, but he felt that letting Lewis leave might have been a mistake. He wondered aloud if Lewis wasn't just snooping, but possibly trying to plant something, maybe even drugs to set Harvey up. Harvey was skeptical, joking about the improbability of finding drugs in his record collection, especially with his Bob Marley albums. Mike, half serious, suggested they could turn the tables and plant something in Hardman's office instead, a tactic he was sure Hardman wouldn't hesitate to use against them. Harvey was quick to point out that planting evidence was a crime, but Mike was undeterred, stressing the need to be proactive against Hardman's machinations. The conversation then shifted as Harvey recalled the mysterious Coastal Motors CM memo that had appeared unexpectedly during a crucial case. He theorized that Hardman might have planted it to set him up, considering Donna, who was meticulous with documentation, had never seen it before. This led them to suspect that the memo hadn't been in the files originally 4 years ago. Mike was skeptical about whether Hardman had the audacity to physically plant the document in the firm's files. However, Harvey pointed out the lack of security measures in place at the time, which could have made it possible. They pieced together that Hardman had been involved with Coastal Motors right from the start, even before the trial of the defective cars. Mike reminded Harvey that Hardman wasn't even at the firm when the case went to trial. Harvey clarified that he wasn't talking about the trial, but about the defect itself. He theorized that when Sarah Layton left Coastal Motors and exposed the defect, Kemp panicked, would have immediately called his lawyer Hardman, who would have advised him to bury the issue. This revelation painted Hardman in a far more sinister light, suggesting he knew about the defects from the start. When Hardman returned to the firm, his first move was to ask Lewis for a report on every case, looking for any weak spots he could exploit. Harvey concluded that Hardman had staged the entire scenario to make the CM win look like a lie Harvey had told. They deduced that Hardman had teamed up with Travis Tanner, a notorious legal shark, to take the heat off himself. Tanner, realizing the memo was fraudulent and wouldn't hold up in court, decided to settle, which inadvertently confirmed Harvey's suspicions that the memo was indeed a setup. The next day, Mike and Harvey briefed Jessica on their findings. Mike had diligently gone through every box Hardman had accessed, looking for anything incriminating against Tanner, but found nothing. Jessica, cautious as ever, demanded concrete proof before she would call a partner meeting. As the pressure mounts, Mike takes bold steps by visiting Lawrence Kemp, the CEO of Coastal Motors, in search of the evidence they need to blow Hardman's plot wide open. The firm braces itself, knowing that whatever they find could shake things to their core. This episode sees tensions at Pierce and Hardman hit a new high. Lewis makes an attempt to patch things up with Donna, but she's having none of it. Her loyalty to Harvey is rock solid. She sees right through Lewis's attempt to win her over. Meanwhile, Harvey and Mike stumble upon a possible setup by Hardman, which could be the biggest game changer yet. They suspect that a critical memo was deliberately placed to throw Harvey off his game. Imagine the level of cunning that involves. So, what do you think will happen next in this high-tension legal drama? Will Mike and Harvey manage to outsmart their cunning adversaries, or will they find themselves outplayed in their own game? Comment below with your thoughts and predictions, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping insights into the world of Suits.